Good morning. Welcome back to Divinity 648. My name is Christina. Today is Friday, May the 13th. It's 10:24 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. Happy Friday the 13th. I've never seen my daughter so excited about Friday the 13th. She's loving this energy. She's excited for this energy. And there's a lot of clarity coming through with this energy. So this is going to be the bedroom conversation for Aries. This could be any placement, okay? So there is an Emperor energy, okay? This does not mean it has to be a man. It could be a woman. But the overall energy in this dynamic for Aries is there's an Emperor who's reflecting on past actions. Boy. Ooh, boy. All right, let's just dive in. So I got an Emperor here. He could be divorced, married, or somehow, some way in a committed relationship. Somehow, some way he's in union, or he's tied into something that he might not want to be involved in. Because while I do see that there's a connection, a strong connection, a locked in connection, I don't see the two parties close together. I actually see them separated, which tells me there could be a divorce, there could be an actual physical separation, or it could just be a loveless marriage, or somehow, some way connected in a loveless situation, okay? So this Emperor who's in this dynamic has no choice but to deal with some fuckery, right? There's some fuckery going on here. So Aries, you'll know where you fit here. So I've got an Emperor who's somehow, some way connected, somehow, some way to another individual. This isn't a loving situation. It actually feels like there's three parties in this dynamic. So even if this person is not cheating on their other person, they're not in love with their person. There's another outside influence that is pulling that person's heart, that person's mind, and that person's fighting themselves. There's a lot of betrayal going on too, right? It's like mental anguish, mental betrayal, and judgment is here. And I feel like the judgment is here because somebody somehow, some way in the background was playing around with the freaking dark arts because they wanted their cake and eat it too. They wanted that fulfillment. They wanted to have everything that they wanted, and they celebrated a little bit too early. Gosh damn. Aries, there's an Emperor here who's in a commitment, who was somehow, some way very deceitful, right? So deceitful that they intentionally sabotaged something. They intentionally did something, right? And now judgment is wreaking havoc on their ass. And I feel like what they did was they manipulated a situation where they forced, or and if it's not dark arts, then they did it with other means, but they somehow, some way persuaded someone or seduced someone into a dynamic that they wouldn't normally be in because of selfish reasons. And they unfortunately were celebrating a little bit too fucking early. And now karma is knocking at their door. Fuck knocking. Karma's tearing the walls down all around them and bringing their foundation to turning it into rubble. I am seeing that another woman, there's definitely at least two different women here. I'm actually seeing a possibility of three different women or three different men here. One is like obsessed with this Emperor, obsessed with this masculine energy to the point where they are playing with voodoo. They are doing black arts. They're actually using pins to try to manipulate or inflict pain on someone. And because of those actions, oh boy, somebody's doing craft as a favor, right? They're being loyal to someone, so they're doing some fuckery, right? So this Emperor could have been trying and doing everything they could possible to seduce someone so that way they could be in a situation that was more beneficial to them than to all people involved. And they may have gone to someone who's loyal to them to kind of inflict fuckery or somehow, some way cause some type of destruction. into somebody's life, this person would be loyal to them, right? This person would be loyal to them because of the financial gain. So I'm feeling like this emperor has like financial assets, some type of financial stability, or they might be abundant financially, and they're paying someone who's very loyal to them to cause some fuckery, or they did this in the past. And this person could have been doing all kinds of like low budget spell work, right? Like, oh, you're into this? Yeah, she's into this too. Can you do something because she's trying to walk away or he's trying to walk away and I'm not trying to lose this person. I'll give you whatever you need. Just get it done, or go, I'll pay you to go wherever you need to go. Just get it done. And now, now karma is back, right? And these motherfuckers are holding on for dear life, because they are reaping what they sowed. Meanwhile, this one individual who is stuck up in this fucking fuckery is sitting there in peace and tranquility because they never touched the dark arts. They didn't do anything wrong. They're the ones that have been manipulated. And unfortunately, all that shit backfired, because now that person is sitting here like, I'm all set. I'm fighting myself. Yeah, this person feels like they're fighting themselves. They feel like they're trying really hard to stay clear of this emperor, but they can't, because deep down they have that emotional attachment that is not from craft. So it's almost like this dude went and paid out his ass for witchcraft to hold somebody into a dynamic that they didn't want to be in. And it backfired on them. It backfired on everybody involved. And unfortunately, what he didn't realize, or she didn't realize, right, because this emperor could be man or woman, what he didn't realize was he wasn't the only one doing the witchcraft on this person. This person was being attacked by so many people that it forced this person to just say, fuck you, and fuck all your groupies too. And now they're in this inner conflict because they are trusting the divine. They are trusting their ancestors. They are following their intuition. They are no longer tolerating the fuckery. They're no longer allowing themselves to be in emotional turmoil, or allow themselves to be emotionally or mentally manipulated or energetically manipulated. Love's on their side, by the way. Karma's on their side. Love's on their side. Fortune's on their side. This is where the grass is greener. And this emperor is realizing that the craft he did and the craft that the other people were doing was not necessary. Well, the other people, yes, because this woman actually loved her emperor more than what he could have ever imagined. And now she's on this like, I need to stay away from you kind of deal. And the emperor is over here in fucking anguish. And so is all his groupies, because he wants to come forward and give this empress real commitment, real love. He's actually kind of low-key obsessed with her. Might even take some sneaky tip actions trying to get her trapped in a pregnancy, because he feels that strong, powerful connection and he doesn't want to lose her. He might even be working with some fire magic, right? You hear things about like black magic. You hear things about mirror magic, water magic, moon magic. There's fire magic. And that's exactly what's going on here behind the scenes, is some fire magic. And that is to cause them to be one, right? It is to cause them to release any external partners that are outside of these two individuals and bring them in closer and tie them into a long-term commitment. Somebody else external to this situation is low-key lurking, watching, stalking, mother sucker. I mean stalking. Like, it could be 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, and this son of a bee is walking around in clothes that wouldn't normally be theirs, in other cars possibly, because they're waiting to see, did that person get money? Is that person successful? How's things going? What's the greenery look like over there? Did all of their pentacles come in? Did everything that they were manifesting for themselves come into fruition? Or maybe low key, they are focused on their money. They're focused on their productivity. And person B is just like, man, they're fucking lurking, and they see it. They see the hard work. They see the freaking labor, the stuff that they couldn't see before because they had craft on them too. Wow, this emperor had groupies doing craft on him, making him feel like, his main person. Wow. Just wow. So you got people lurking. Overall energy, there's people lurking. They're nosy, and they're lurking for two reasons. One set of energy is this emperor. He's sending people to watch this feminine. He's sending people to, is anybody around her? Has anybody given her love? Is she dating anybody? Did she give her love away? Kind of fuckery. Low-key stalking the shit out of this feminine. And you know what's even crazier? The person stalking isn't even really the emperor. So if he's not paying someone to stalk, there's people from your past who are stalking the shit out of you. And if it's not Aries being stalked, it's whoever Aries is pursuing that's being stalked. There's a lot of people who are looking at the possibility of this emperor and this divine feminine joining into union. And they want to come in. They want to give offerings, but they know they ain't shit and they don't compare. But they're still going to go for it anyway, because they know what this feminine doesn't realize. And that is, again, back with this bullshit. This emperor is in a committed relationship somehow, some way with another woman, possibly two other women. He's emotionally connected to someone that he is not openly in a commitment with. And he's colder to the person he's in a solid relationship with, and more warmed up for the person that is his feminine. And unfortunately for him, he keeps getting seduced with black arts, being forced. It's almost like sex magic, right? It's almost like that. I can't stop running back to that person. I don't know why. And that's because that person's doing craft on you. And then it's like every time he's with his feminine, or he's with the person he's in it's the person he's in a commitment with, this person loves the shit out of him, but not for the right reasons. I'm seeing a lot of money. I see a lot of money here. And even if they're the ones with the money, they're somehow, some way staying in this dynamic, either because of appearances or because of financial stability. Okay. And no matter what that person does, this person's doing, they're doing oysters, they're aphrodisiacs, they're doing drugs, they're playing with the dark arts, they're literally doing any and everything to seduce and hold on to this man. And no matter how sexy, no matter how on point, no matter how much magic, no matter how much spell work, no matter how much oysters and fucking all kinds of fuckery they try, that emperor cannot stay away from his feminine. His emotional fulfillment is in his feminine. He loves her ass. He loves her nurturing abilities. He loves how peaceful she makes him feel. He loves that she is wet. I'm seeing wet. So either the sex is really great and very wet for him, or there's just like a lot of fluid between them, a lot of emotional exchange, right? A lot of emotional fulfillment. He's trying to keep some fuckery in the dark. Again, I don't think there's just one other person. I think this person was fucking around with a lot of different women. And there's probably one or two or three that are still clinging on for dear fucking life. Doing a lot of spell magic on this person, trying to keep this person there. But what that person's not realizing is this emperor has spirit on their side. This emperor is surrounded by spirit. And has actual goons out there, spiritual goons out there that are like, you keep fucking with this union, you're going to get it handed to you, bitch, kind of flow. And again, I'm back to that same energy of there being an actual commitment. Somebody wants marriage with this person. Somebody wants to lock this person in. However, there is quite a gap between them. There's no emotional connection between them. There's a choice to be made as well. Somebody's getting a lot of spiritual downloads to go towards the person that they love and stop going towards that conflict, right? It's like, why are you fighting so fucking hard to go home at night? If you are dreading going home at night, you're going home to the wrong person. Sorry, not sorry. The grass is not fucking green over there. It's not even grass. Excuse me. It's not even grass. It's dirt. It's the earth. It's not grass over there. You are not happy. You are not fulfilled. You are not seeing abundance. You're actually feeling limited, which is why, wow. Somebody's coming in. Somebody's charging coming in. There's like, Jesus, man. They want new beginnings. They want love. They want abundance. Somebody's coming in. They're coming in with that commitment, man. They're coming in with that golden nugget. They're coming in ready to face judgment. Like this person, this emperor is like, that's a divine feminine. I know that's a divine feminine. I know that divine feminine is heavily protected, heavily blessed. The grass is always luscious and greener under them, even in the darkest of all dark times. They're coming, they're coming pure. They're coming after. Wow. For some of you, this emperor got his ass handed to him. For some of you, this emperor is thinking of ways of how to reunite with their feminine and gain their feminine's trust and love back. Not even drinking. Oh shit. Some of you emperors are thinking or contemplating how they can come forward, and seduce their way back through. How do I get back through? How do I get back through? How do I come in and secure this union? Because I know that the things between us is perfect, but I've got hoe bags in the background who have been doing fuckery, so that way my feminine would stay away from me. And I know my feminine is not doing the things that they're saying that she's doing, because I watch her like a fucking hawk, and she is the only one for me. I'm protecting this union. I feel like this emperor is now realizing who his real feminine is, and is appreciating that beautiful love dynamic. I'm switching gears here, so this might be a different storyline, same energy overall. So some emperor is genuinely in connection with his feminine, and although he was entertaining others, I feel like he's not trying to stay in connection with those others. I feel like what's going on here is he's trying to impregnate his feminine. He's looking for an easy way the fuck out. Or he sees that his feminine is abundant. He sees that his feminine is birthing all kinds of things, right? It doesn't have to be an actual child. It could be manifestations. It could be goals. Divine feminines are always birthing. Always birthing. Every menstrual cycle, we birth a manifestation or a different phase of our lives. That's why I fucking love getting my period. I'm sorry. I love it. Cleanses the body, cleanses the soul, removes craft. It removes everything. Menstrual cycle is a fucking blessing. Make sure you know that. So this feminine is, if not actually physically pregnant, about to be physically pregnant, or is birthing a major part of their lives into existence. And this emperor, this main man or woman, you'll know where it applies, no matter how cold and standoffish or straightforward or whatever have you, this emperor has a soft spot for his feminine. And he's a little fucking pissed that he's stuck in a loveless connection with an individual who was low-key legit really doing spell work on him to lure him in and keep him around. And no matter how much spell work, no matter how much fuckery and again, I still feel like it's not just the feminine. There's two other females, if not more. No matter what they do, how they seduce him, whatever they try, this emperor cannot stay away from his feminine. He loves the shit out of her. And, he's got this dynamic, right? Person A, let's slap this here. Person A is in this commitment, whether it's a marriage, divorce, separation, just a regular relationship with kids involved or no kids involved. His main focus in the beginning was, how do I just want to be happy. I just want to be fulfilled. I just want to have everything. Meanwhile, he's over here realizing while he's got everything he wants, right? The table's missing, bro. The table's missing. So the people in his life are fulfilling him with food, right? They're stacking those cups up for him, making him feel like he's the shit, but he's still noticing. He's still noticing that his table's not there. It's like they're serving him this full course meal, giving him the drinks, the wine, the steak, the potatoes, but there's no fucking table. There is no table. And this masculine is paying or wanting to financially provide, or wanting to somehow, some way provide abundance to someone who is loyal to them. They're longing for their feminine. They want, oh boy, they want their feminine. They're realizing that no matter what happens, no matter who's around, no matter who's loyal to them or giving them money, or if they're in a relationship strictly for the money, I don't know, maybe they're messing around with a girl who produces money for however she decides to do it, or maybe she comes from money. No matter what that person does or how much money that person has, this masculine energy, this emperor energy, I'm calling him an emperor. Emperor showed up 1, 2, 3 times here. 3 freaking times. 1, 2, 3. Yes, 3. Okay, yeah. So this emperor is showing up 3 times. And this emperor is like, man, I have everything I want except that one missing component. And that one missing component is more than anything. It means more than anything. And this person wants to give. This person wants to provide. This person wants to change their dynamic. So what they did was they closed their eyes and they got balanced between the spiritual and the physical. And they're trusting their intuition. They're trusting their spiritual guidance. And what's happening is it's bringing them towards their feminine. It's bringing them towards that person who is fruitful, who is full, right? Like full. I mean, the way this Empress is showing up, they've got curves. They're thick. They're built like a woman. So this person has kids or has the body of an actual woman, right? Not some scrawny, skinny thing. Not throwing shade on anybody. There's nothing wrong with being thin. But this emperor likes his woman big. This emperor likes hips. This emperor loves to actually squeeze onto something instead of feeling bones. This emperor is fucking obsessed with ass. I'm sorry, not sorry. I'm seeing it in 7 cards. The ass is just, the rear end is very significant for this person. So he likes curvy women. And this emperor is just, man, he wants what he wants. He's trusting his intuition. He's finding balance. He's noticing that he's got some protection around him in the spirit realm, and he's coming forward and he's hoping and fucking praying to God that his Empress is going to, his feminine is his Empress. He's hoping that she is going to extend her love to him. And he's working hard. He's putting in labor. He's stacking his money. He's cleaning up house. He's working freaking hard, building a foundation, whatever he's doing, right? This emperor could actually be building a house. He could be rebuilding his whole life, meaning like removing people from it. He could actually be in construction, and all day, every day while he's working, all he thinks about is his Empress and the happy foundation that he wants with her and the long-term love, right? He cannot wait to have that fulfilling lifestyle, right? It's like he would rather have nothing, right? Like fuck the big house, fuck the mansion, fuck the 25 cars or whatever have you. He would rather have a simple life in a cozy home on a nice plot of land and just enjoying the simple things with his Empress than having all of the money and the abundance and feeling empty and closed off inside. And low key, this is how he's feeling, and he's fighting this. He's been fighting this, but he can't fight it anymore because every time the darkness comes, every time it's time to be one with self and go to sleep, all he can think about, all he can see, all he can feel is his Empress. And he feels that emotional tie to her, and he feels that there's something keeping them apart, and he doesn't really know what it is. And again, I see 2 other people besides the Empress. So this dude or woman was literally sleeping with 3 different women, or has 3 different women chasing after him, or 2 of the 3 women are literally attacking the shit out of his Empress to keep her from him. And he's in his feels about it, especially at night. He's in his feels. He can't handle it. There is some, man, he sees his Empress as so much, right? Because he understands what an Empress is. You ain't touching a fucking Empress. I don't care if you pop pussy. I don't care if you sell your ass. I don't care if you have a $100,000 a year salary. You are a basic bitch on the side of an Empress. Excuse my vocabulary, but this is the energy coming up off these cards. And he wants his Empress. He wants his magician. He wants his high priestess. He understands that that Empress holds the title of everything below it, and the girls or the men that this person was dealing with continuously, one might have one quality of the Empress, the other might contain one other quality of the Empress, the other might have this part that's similar to the Empress, but he would need to be sleeping with all 3 of those females, and still the 3 of those females can't even come close to that one Empress, and he can't get away from that. He can't forget that. Aries is showing up strong in this energy, right? This Emperor's energy is definitely dominant with Aries, so you must have Aries somehow, some way, or dealing with someone who has Aries in your chart. Now, person B in this dynamic is feeling betrayed, and not physically, but energetically and mentally betrayed. And you know what? After all of the backstabbing and the fuckery and the pain and the hurt that this person went through because of the situations that they were put into, because I don't even feel like they wanted to be in this dynamic, but I feel like they settled and they went for it anyway. They're coming out happy. They're coming out happy. They're coming out happy, man. It's like you did so much fuckery to them, but they're coming out so happy because they chose the right things. They did not give in to temptation. Right? And now those who were against them are not sleeping at night, because what they know in their sleep is that every time they touch dream state, they see the Emperor and the Empress coming into union. It's like, despite everything you've done, you've lost. There's a person here who was fucking around in the darkness, and now they can't sleep because every time they close their eyes, they see them giving back everything they received from this Emperor. And this is judgment, because judgment is here. This judgment is here saying, you are not even on grass. The grass is way the fuck over there. What are you doing? Get back that cup, kick this bitch to the fucking curb, and kick it, like, start moving fast. And that's exactly what this Emperor is doing. He's like, fuck this shit. I'm done. Give me back everything I've given you. Give me back the keys. Give me back my heart. Give me back my emotions. Fuck your fucking witchcraft. Fuck your fucking sex magic. I'm all set with you. It's not worth it to me. The grass is greener over there. This is not even grass. This is fucking dirt. This is mud. And this isn't the mud that you come up out of. This is the mud that swallows you fucking whole. And now this Emperor is coming with his tail up his ass, right? Because judgment kicked in. Judgment let this person see you chose fucking wrong. The person you chose manipulated you, deceived you, played you like a fucking sucker. And now you have no choice but to put your tail up your ass and go pursue somebody that is more fulfilling to you. And that's exactly what he's doing, because he's tired of it. Some of them might even be in court right now for a divorce. Or fighting for a divorce, or fighting to be separated, right? Like going to the police involvement or something, like, I need a fucking restraining order. This bitch is fucking psycho. Or I can't get this person out of my house. Help me get this person out of my house kind of flow. That's the only thing holding them, right? Some people are making a decision like, do I want to stay in this marriage, or do I want to start fresh with somebody who's more fulfilling to me? Judgment is here, and regardless of what happens, regardless of what situation this person goes with, somebody's going to be fucking hurting. Somebody's going to be in pain. I see, Jesus, man. I legit see 3 individuals getting karma handed to them. I really believe this Emperor had 3 other females in their life. And now they're overcoming their demons, and they're charging forward because they want to give that one person their love, their passion, their fire. And they are going to be successful. And while they're being successful, I do see another person again still sitting in the outer parts, you know, maybe across the street or diagonal from the house, or, you know, like the next block over, watching from a window or something. But there's definitely somebody there just stalking the shit out of somebody. And they feel like that person's more abundant. They feel like that person has it all. They feel like they really missed out. They're low-key emotionally damaged. They feel insufficient, right? They feel like, you know, like they ain't shit. They have nothing to offer, but they can't stop watching. And this is temporary, right? This is temporary because, man, and for some of you who understand what I'm saying, there's a fork in the road here too. There's two paths that branch out from here. If you understand what I've been saying this whole time, whoever this person is that is lurking, okay, either it's you walking away from everything that you have, this big house, this financial abundant stability, and you literally are sneaking out, disguising yourself, trying to get the fuck up out of there, going against storms, going against all trials, going against havoc, doing everything you can to get the fuck away and go towards someone who is spiritually guided, spiritually protected, spiritually taught, right? Somebody who's connected to the moon, somebody who's connected to the sun, somebody who's protected, somebody who, man, you need this person to nourish your soul. You love this person. You are in inner conflict over this person. And you're doing everything you can. You're sneaking the fuck away to get towards that person. Ooh, judgment is here. So, bottom line, Aries, 1 or 2 or 3 external people, whether regardless if your person is entertaining them or not, they are hating on how much this person loves the shit out of you. Yes, they chose wrong. Yes, they really chose wrong, but they got their karma. They got their karma. They got their ass handed to them. For some of you, they really took a beat and it really took a toll on them. Another part that I'm picking up in this overall energy, especially around person B, people were, there's 3 bitches, man. There's 3 bitches teaming up against the divine feminine, and they feel like they were able to rob your masculine blind, betray him, backstab him, make him choose wrong, make him lose everything with you. Then they started fucking celebrating, and then the masculine got his shit right, realized what the fuck was going on, pursued the right person, left those other basic bitches in the dust. So now they can't sleep at night because karma's wreaking havoc in their lives, because every sword that they stabbed your masculine with is now attacking them at night. All the witchcraft is back. They can't sleep. Any ailments that they sent to you is now in their space. They're sick. They're going through it. If they try to kill you with a death spell, they are losing people around them in their lives. If they did everything they could to block you from being with the person who is supposed to be with you, they are losing everything that they have for doing that. Meaning, like, they lost their love. They lost out, you know, and now they're like, oh my God, I celebrated too early and I have to give everything back. They're giving back the house. They're giving back the love. They're giving back the money. They're giving back the peace. They are in the hot seat. They are in the fucking hot seat. Some of them got red bottoms. If those red bottoms weren't taken from them, they fucking broke. Or the next time they go out and try to wear them shits, they're going to break right underneath them. Them bitches better put that shit up on the shelf. Here's a reminder of how easy. Oh shit, I love it. For those of them who got the red bottoms, they're putting it up on the shelf as a reminder of how much their pussy was worth. I'm sorry, but if your vagina is worth a pair of red bottoms, you ain't shit, bitch. I'm sorry. My shit, you can't put a price tag on mine. Yours is, man, all they have to do is buy you red bottoms. That's cheap. That's fucking cheap. So justice is here. Bottom line, Aries. Bottom line, justice is here. Some of you are going up against the divine to get to your divine feminine because of all the fuckery you did. And, you know, unfortunately for you, you allowed bitches to bleed you dry. And fortunately, if your feminine takes you back, It doesn't matter how much they took from you, because everything you lost and then some is being gifted to your feminine somehow, some way. So they'll still be able to hold you both down, even though when you had the opportunity to hold you both down, you chose to hold down hookers or male escorts, or however it fits, right? Gold diggers, you know, that's the kind of karmics, just fucking karmics, bro. You entertained fucking karmics, you know? And it's so sad because you were actually okay with it. You were actually enjoying it. Like, damn, steak, potatoes, wine, you know, vagina here, vagina there, vagina over there. I can have all of them at the same fucking time. Meanwhile, there's no bed to have sex on. You guys are fucking on the floor. Meanwhile, there's no table to eat on. You're eating on your fucking lap. And it's not enough. It's not fulfilling. And that's why the masculine, despite all the craft, despite all the fucking voodoo dolls and the candle magic and, you know, all the fuckery, you still end up with that big bootied girl that you fucking love so much. And it's dominant with the butt. I'm sorry, I'm seeing it in so many cards. It's just a lot of ass. And I'm seeing the stomach again. So I feel like if somebody's not pregnant, they're going to be pregnant, or they're birthing a new part of their life that's very abundant. Very powerful energy here too. So this feminine is definitely ascended, definitely awakened, definitely not taking less, and very heavily guarded and protected in the spirit realm. Must be a high vibe kind of individual. But regardless to the point, they're divinely protected. The world is in their fucking hands. And they have nothing but love. They have nothing but love. They are completely pure, completely innocent, which is why the divine is so protective over them. And here comes this fucking emperor with this little ass chunk of, you know, fruit. Like, you know, this ain't shit compared to what I've had in the past, but I'm still coming forward because, one, you're my feminine. And I know deep down inside, it don't matter if I don't have a pot to piss in. My feminine is not in my life because of financial gains and stability. My feminine is in my life because of genuine love, a soul contract. I know that I could be a broke ass man, right? Getting my karmic lessons handed to me and still step forward towards my feminine and not have to worry about a damn thing because my feminine is the fucking empress. My feminine is the magician, is the high priestess, is the hierophant. My feminine is all of that shit. So anything my feminine touches is going to fucking turn to gold. Regardless of the craft, regardless of the external influences, regardless of the fucking fuckery, all that shit is coming back tenfold. Feminine or masculine is sitting at the top in hermit mode, focused on stability, growth, spirituality, ascending, being one, being whole, in peace, not struggling internally, energetically, emotionally, or mentally, while there's 3 other motherfuckers clinging for dear life to their wheel of fortune, petrified of where they're going to end up, fighting to stay on it, fighting, not realizing that karma is here. And karma's been watching. And one of the 3, right, because everything's holy trend, one of the 3 is sitting there with some sharp-ass scissors like, okay, this one's okay to stay, but when that wheel comes around to those other 3, they're all getting fucking chopped off, cut off, goodbye, see you the fuck later. You cannot avoid that tower moment. Your asses are being left behind. And yes, all of those sleepless nights, all of the paranoia, all of the anxiety, all of the hardships, all of the pain inside your body, all of the people dying around you, getting sick around you, is because you did the fucking witchcraft. You fucking deserve everything you're getting. You girls or men are basic ass bitches and you deserve the karma you're getting. I'm sorry, not sorry. I don't feel bad for any of that. Not at all. And I'm kind of low-key laughing at it. You know what? What always happens in the dark always comes to light. I don't care what anybody says. That's why I never, 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 ever, ever, ever fucking touch craft. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, it's innocent. No fucking craft whatsoever. None, never. The divine don't protect fuckers. The divine protects pure energy, love and light. You know, it's like weeds. The dark arts is like weeds. The minute you go over there and you start playing with it, the fucking weeds just like literally wrap themselves around your ankle and they keep growing up your body, right? It's like you literally die from poison. Like you are poison. You are tainted energy the minute you play with the dark arts. And while you can be forgiven, while you can be selected to work with a high vibe who is all pure love and light, while you can still receive that love and light from that high being, you yourself won't ever make it to that extent. And for me, I don't know, I would never jeopardize that. There's not a man alive, there's not a fucking price tag high enough that would cause me to steer away from the divine. No. Like, you know that song, nothing you can do can make me stray from my God. For me, it's all gods and all goddesses. And there's nothing in this fucking life that could ever make me turn my back on those gods and goddesses. And you basic bitches, you went and you turned your back on God the minute you played with craft, right? People say, oh, you're a white witch. Do you know what that means, honey? Do you know what it means to be a white witch? You are fucking pure. You are that lotus flower. You are what it takes to come up from darkness. Everything meant to destroy you gets left behind and you still survive. You still thrive. You still get the fucking crown. And it's still your job to share that light. And you will get gravitated. I keep hearing gravitated. You will be pulled in the direction of individuals who are fallen angels who did touch the darkness. And you do have the ability to fill them with light. You do have the ability to uplift their souls. And while they'll never be the direct source of that light, they can carry that light because they went through dark night of the soul. They faced their demons. They begged for forgiveness. They repented. And they deserve that second chance. And while they themselves do not embody it independently, they can hold it and they will do right with it. Not everyone, but some will. Some fucking will. And I'm seeing this Empress is around at least 3 individuals who have touched craft, who are deserving of light, who are deserving of that work, who are deserving. And you know what? One thing I learned from my ancestors is that we always come into contact with the right polarity. We always come into contact, right? We as light workers, and I don't mean light workers I use loosely because people around here use it loosely. High vibrational beings, genuinely high vibrational beings, okay? What that means is you're going to come into contact with someone who's done things that you won't dare do. And they see that. And instead of them attacking you, hurting you, draining you, trying to siphon your energy, copying you, stealing your fucking work, being more of a nuisance than they need to be in your life. Thus, I've cut off a lot of clients. They choose to uplift you. They choose to give you the information from the lower realms that you cannot get to. And they don't withhold any information out of selfish reasons. They give you everything. And they own their shit. Yeah, you know what? I'm not a white witch. Yeah, you know what? I do spell work. Yeah, you know what? I will manipulate this. And while I know you can't because you will jeopardize everything, I can and I will. Right? My ancestors came right at me and told me, you don't ever do this, you have spirit. You don't ever worry about this, you have spirit. Just do return to senders so we can hear it louder. But we are always by you and we are always protecting you. The other day I posted on Instagram, my reel. I posted, I don't know, what was it, just before midnight. It looked like it was snowing in my house and it was straight orbs. And I was trying to sleep, no joke. I was trying to sleep and every so often I would get nudged, I would get hit and I would open my eyes and I took out the phone and I started recording and I'm like, dang, there's so many of them. And yeah, there's some dust in the beginning. There is some dust. I live in an old ass apartment. There's going to be dust, bro. And I'm moving. So, oh, fuckery. So there's dust in the beginning of the video, but if you actually watch it, you can tell the difference between dust and orbs. The dust is like odd-shaped, solid particles falling, and the orbs are perfectly round, and they're moving in different crazy directions. They're not going with any certain pattern. They're actually doing squiggly lines to make it very fucking clear. That's a spirit right there. And the one that's flickering, literally flickering in motion, that's the highest of all high. You better know that shit. I've got that same orb in color on a different recording that's available on my website and YouTube. And every time it flickers, it changes color. That's raw. I want to see one person prove to me that that's not raw. And when I say raw, I mean R.A., sun god, my ancestor, my Egyptian lineage. Yeah, I know who's around me. I get woken up every day despite the amount of death magic sent my way. And not just from basic bitches, fucking niggas. I get death magic sent to me from my own flesh and blood, which is why I don't fuck with people. I don't care who you are. I don't care how bad you want to be friends. I don't care how bad you want to play nice with me. It's fuck you. I'm sorry. Been there, done that, gone through it, right? You go to work, you bust your ass at work because that's what it means to be a divine feminine. You don't know any other way. You could try so hard to be a lazy bum at work and you still will outdo the motherfuckers around you. And it has nothing to do with them. And it's not even intentional. It's the way you vibrate. And they'll attack you. They'll attack the shit out of you. And then, it's like the person who throws the stone but hides the hand. Well, guess what? All you bitches who are hiding hands, you can't hide no more. Your hands are exposed no matter where you stick them. You have no pockets to put them in. You have nothing to hide them under. And they're bruised and they're dirty and they're nasty and they're tainted with all that dark arts because you've been exposed. The divine is not letting you get away with anything. You have been exposed. The physical fuckery, the energetic fuckery, all of it has been exposed. And I'm talking to you because you're the one that's not sleeping at night. You're the one having emotional trauma. You're the one that has real people around you getting sick and going through fuckery. And it's because of you, because you're the one who casted that shit. And you're like, wait a minute. What's wrong with you? Why are you sick? Oh shit, that's what I wished for so-and-so. Oh, hey, how are you? Oh my God, what happened? Oh my God, you're sick? Oh shit, that's what I wished for so-and-so. Yeah, that's you. And you know what the best part about, well, it's not the best part, right? Because I feel for collateral damage. I really do. But the best part about all of that part of karma, the best part about it is you sent all that shit out to whoever this is in this reading, because I am not Aries. I'm not Aries. This is not my reading. But you who sent out all that fuckery, you sent it out without an expiration date. You sent it out without ever intending the fuckery to stop. You intended this person to die. You intended their love life to diminish with no expiration date. You wanted this for their life, for the rest of their life. And by life, I mean all lifetimes. Because we don't die. We transform, right? Caterpillar to a butterfly. Didn't die, just transformed. So you sent this magic out to follow them for their whole fucking life. And it backfired on you. It got returned to you. And it's going to stay with you for your whole fucking life. And you can't get rid of it, my friend. Because you conjured it. It came back to you. It's fucking pissed. Because for it to come back to you, it means it got hit by some serious force and was pushed and forced back to you. All I keep hearing is the sound of two blades of a pair of scissors coming together and going snip, snip. So I'm going to end this 34 minutes, 28 seconds. Aries, this is your bedroom conversation. An Emperor is absolutely madly in love with his feminine, wants a baby. If not a baby, then wants to birth a new beginning. Wants to have wholeness with you, a blended family with you, or a complete family with you. Wants to walk away from the temptations. Some bitch with long dark hair was fucking doing heavy witchcraft on this motherfucker. Another chick who likes her cleavage out and probably is loose like a fucking goose, sleeping around, wants to steal your masculine. All you bitches was laughing. You were laughing. You celebrated too soon because he didn't lose his feminine. His feminine still loves him. It's a connection that you can't fucking break. This feminine even had dudes doing this shit. There's fuckery on both sides of the table. There's dudes that were attacking both the feminine and the masculine, trying to steal the feminine because she is a walking pentacle. And they see it. And they know it because that masculine was talking to his friends about it, low-key not realizing his friends were fucking dirty-ass snakes trying to get his shit. Yeah, go be with so-and-so. Yeah, why are you wasting your time with the feminine? Go be with this one. Go be with that one. Meanwhile, he's sitting there trying to steal your feminine, you fucking fool. Wake the fuck up. Why? Why do you people do this to yourselves? If you love someone, go be with the person you love. Stop wasting time because the person you love is walking the fuck away from you. Masculines, you still have some time, not a lot of time. Not a lot of time, but you have some time. Speak your truth. You know, that truth that you speak, if you actually speak the truth and don't hold back anything, might buy you the time you need so you don't lose your feminine because she's ready to go. She's done. She's done with the fuckery and she's divinely guided, divinely protected. She's got real divine energy teaching her, educating her, telling her what's going on. And she's sitting there looking at you like, you know, you're such a fucking fool. But she's forgiving because she loves. So masculines, emperors, go get your true, divine, loving feminine. Karmics. I mean, I appreciate the karmics. You know, if it wasn't for the karmics, the feminines and the masculines wouldn't go through the fucking hell that they have to go through, which helps them through their spiritual ascension and unfoldment process, right? Like as a feminine, I understand everything thrown at me is literally a building block on my foundation. I turn that shit into my foundation, into the walls around my being. Right? I don't let those stones destroy me. I use it to help build me up. And that's what most feminines do. And that's the problem with these karmic basic bitches is they don't get it. They don't get it. You know, it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while for shit to show up. But when it does show up, poo-ha, you guys are fucked. And that's exactly what's going on. So I applaud you. I applaud the karmics for, you know, A for effort. You tried really hard and you were relentless. But F for failure, motherfucker, because you bitches failed. That masculine's still going to go get his feminine and they're going to be happy as fuck. And they don't need all of that crazy shit. They're going to have the most fulfillment in the simplest things. And that's what's going to fucking kill those bitches even more. Yeah, right? Who doesn't want to sit around a nice cozy fire with their loved ones just hanging out, enjoying each other's time? Sometimes that means more than the loud clubs and then in the bars and the fuckery and getting shit-faced and fucking this one and fucking that one. You guys are like walking cesspools. You are literally, what you karmics don't understand. And to each their own. I'm not trying to destroy you or shit on you, but to each their own. But not for nothing. The womb is a sacred place. You're not supposed to let all kinds of hoses in that shit. You're supposed to protect that. You know, a temple, your body's a temple. Your womb is a fucking portal that births life. Even births manifestations. Your womb births fucking life cycles. Every time we have our period, we birth a new phase of ourselves. Like the woman's body is literally very fucking holy. And you toxic bitches, like, man, you run your shit through the fucking mud. It's muddy, it's gross, it's nasty. Go get a fucking pap smear. I'm laughing at you. I appreciate you guys, though. I appreciate those karmics. I appreciate the early celebrations and giving those feminines the building blocks that they need to overcome everything that you guys were throwing at them. You played your job very well, right? We have to remember, as much as we enjoy laughing at karmics and laughing at the fuckery and the idiots who get sucked into the fuckery and lose their opportunities of beautiful abundance, we have to remember everybody has a soul contract. Everybody has a soul contract. We need those karmics here to teach us valuable lessons so we know how not to conduct ourselves, so we can go through that fuckery so our generations to come don't have to, right? We all have contracts. We are all meant to cross paths with some toxicity at some point in our lives so we can crush that shit and keep going, right? Darkness does not ever snuff out the light. I'm sorry. And no matter how good you think you're at with shading it, man, the planet's always in rotation. There's always some type of rotation going on because of the way that the universe works. What goes around is always going to come around because we are always rotating. Energy is always in motion. It does not stop, you know? Especially the right energy. Like if you're high vibe, you understand that the life force, that pure energy is weightless. It's massless. It goes through buildings, it goes through people, it goes through the planets, and it doesn't stop. You can't stop karma. You can't stop the divine. That's the divine. That's karmic energy. That's untouchable energy. That's the same energy that can neutralize a fucking nuclear weapon. You are not fucking with it. Sorry, not sorry. So thank you to the Karmics for playing your role in trying to destroy a holy union. I will not pray for you while you go through your dark night of the soul, because it is something that you have to go through. You have to experience it, and you have to change, not just for yourself, but for the generations that are to come. And congratulations to the Emperor and the Feminine who were able to overcome the fuckery and still come out on top and still manage to love one another through all of the deceit, through all of the infidelity, through all of the courtships and the black magic and the karmic children that were fucking created in these unjustifiable unions. You know, you got to say thanks. You got to give grateful attitude towards all of that, because if not for that, then you wouldn't be who you are as fast as you became it, right?